Traveling these wide roads for so long. Hey, what's going on, people? I am back with a new video. I'm hyped in this video. I'm going to be like really hyped in this video because I am doing a video on my favorite artist that's out right now. His name is Leon Bridges. I actually love this guy. I love this guy's music. I love where he's going with it. I love the real soul that he's bringing back to music that we haven't had in so long. And he's bringing back that Sam Cooke and that Otis Redding and that early Curtis Mayfield. I'm really enjoying it. But I wanted to go back a little bit and before I go forward and talk about, you know, how I fell in love with him and how I found his music and things like that. So like I said in the beginning, he's bringing that Otis Redding and that Sam Cooke back that I haven't seen in a while. And now, y'all know that I love Sam Cooke. I absolutely love Sam Cooke. He's my favorite singer of all time. He is just amazing, and I just love him. And I did a video, maybe about 4 videos before this. I did a solo video talking about Sam Cooke because it was his birthday. And then when I do videos with Lena, I always talk about him. I always bring him up because he's one of my favorite artists, like I said. And he's very smooth and he's very soulful. Very soulful. Very soulful. You see? Yeah, Sam Cooke. Love this guy. And the songs that really kind of I'm not gonna go that way. What I'm gonna say is my 3 favorite songs from Sam Cooke are "Nothing Can Change This Love I Have for You." I'm gonna give y'all a little sample of it. Yeah, I'm drinking, y'all. Y'all know my story. Nothing can ever change this love I have for you. Okay, I dedicate that to my grandfather. God bless his soul. Love that song. That is the song that describes me and his relationship. Another song that is a favorite of mine from Mr. Sam Cooke is "What a Wonderful World." Love this record as well. This was my grandfather's favorite song, actually. He actually enjoyed this record, and he loved it, and he always had a story to this record. So, give y'all a little sample of that. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much of the science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. And, excuse me, and lastly, I think another song that kind of describes Sam Cooke for me is this song, and I love it. And this is, Aretha Franklin also remade this on her classic I Never Love a Man the Way That I Love You, like her first breakout album where everybody knew her and she became the Queen of Soul. But this is the song that I love by Sam Cooke. Oh my God, I think it just, the swag and everything he had on here was just absolutely amazing. I'll tell you exactly what I'm gonna do. Get in the groove and let the good time roll. I'm gonna stay here till I soothe my soul. If they take all that long. Didn't that sound good, y'all? That sound absolutely amazing. I gotta take another sip on that one. But the next artist, he's my favorite. But a close second, like I said, that Leon Bridges gives you a vibe of, is this man right here. Mr. Otis Redding. Oh my God, I love this guy. The grit and the soul in his voice. You can just feel the emotion. Oh my God, it was just like, his voice to me is distinguished of what soul really is. Because now, he is one of the artists that my grandparents really didn't play a lot, because my grandparents thought he was straining. They thought he was a strainer. That's not straining to me. I thought that was soul. And the first song that I feel like gives you the definition of what Otis Redding was all about was this song. Now, I don't want to play too much of it because YouTube acts crazy, but I just want to give y'all just a little bit of this. And it's just, oh my God, amazing. Oh, see, I was singing the wrong verse. I was singing the second verse, and it was on the first part. I'm sorry, but y'all got the dynamics of his voice. That was soulful. That was soulful. Another one of my favorites from Otis Redding is White Christmas. Now, I feel that is the best Christmas song of all time, in my opinion, and I feel like he has the best version, because when you just hear the beginning of it, it's just like, it's just... Dreaming of a white Christmas, yeah, just like the ones I used to know. Try to get that little run in there. But that's another one in the beginning. But this is the part that me and my mother goes in on Christmas. We go in on this part. We love it. We love it. We love it. We absolutely love this part. I want you to know, Mayo Day, Mayo Day, it's all merry and bright. One more thing. Woo! That man could sing his behind off. Like, just the soul of his voice was just amazing. And then the last song from Otis Redding that I feel explains him is That's How Strong My Love Is. Now, that song to me is an ultimate love song to me, because I feel like he was kind of begging, really, but man, I'm sorry. For all that emotion, whoever he was singing to, they better have realized how strong his love was. So I'm going to give y'all a little sample of that. And then we're going to take it from there. Oh, now, like Mary said in her Love and Life DVD, if y'all don't got it, go cop that. And she said that is just some grits eating shit. Like, it really is. Like, it really is some grits eating shit. And sorry, Mom, I'm cursing, but you know how I get when I get into my music. So, I listen to them all the time. If you want to check my Twitter, check my Instagram, check my Facebook, all that good stuff, I talk about them so often because I love them to death. Those are my two favorite artists. Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, number one, number two. Love those guys. So, as much as I listen to them all the time, I've never found an artist that really gave me the vibes of both of them. Now, the closest that I've gotten to that has been to Sam Cooke and Otis Redding together was R. Kelly. Now, we know R. Kelly has that soul in his voice. And he also can be smooth. So, in his Love Letter album that I consider a classic, a lot of people don't because a lot of people didn't understand it. But that album with A Woman Loves and Radio Message and Music is a Lady, and a lot of those songs gave you Sam Cooke and Otis Redding and Stevie Wonder, and it gave you a lot of those. So that was one time. Another time was D'Angelo with Brown Sugar. You know D'Angelo has that soul in his voice, gospel, soul. He gives you that Otis. But on songs like It's Alright and Lady, he's smooth. He's smooth. So he gave you a little bit of Sammy, he gave you a little bit of Otis a little, and then he gave you a little, of course, Prince and all that. But Raphael Saadiq, his album, his 2008 album, The Way That I See It, is another album that gave me Otis and Sam Cooke. That flavor. And I played that song with songs like Sure If You Mean It, 100 Mile Dash, the song with him and Josh Stone, Just One Kiss. It gave you that 60s pop, but soul at the same time. So it gave me a lot of Otis and it gave me a lot of Sam. So, you know, I really didn't find no new artists. And I try to find a lot of artists because right now R&B is really, it's struggling. We have the music, but just people is not listening to these people. So, excuse me. So it was one day, December of 2014, where I'm in this Facebook group, and it's an R&B group, and somebody posted Coming Home. So I listened to it, and I'm going to give y'all kind of expression when I first heard it. I was just like, okay, I was just like, okay, I remember hearing it, but it didn't completely stop me into my track. I was just like, okay, and I guess my mind took me somewhere else. So it was when January came around, and I was on the internet, and I was going on YouTube just to, you know, find some new records and find some new artists that I can find, you know, and because I really haven't found that guy that I really want to listen to. So I said, you know what, just give me new soul. And Leon Bridges comes up. So, mind you, I don't even remember who he was because I just heard his song Coming Home, but it didn't dawn on me. So, I was like, okay, and I see the picture of him, and he's wearing like that old 60s kind of vibe with the trousers and the church shoes and the hat, and giving you the Sam Cooke kind of vibe. So I said, okay. So the first song that I played was Lisa Sawyer. And when I played that song, it was just like, I was like, what? What? Like, I was like, what? Lisa Sawyer, circa 1963. Okay, so my reaction, y'all, I lost my mind. I said, who is this guy? Like, who is this guy? He's giving me Otis. But then the clothes he's wearing, he's giving me Sam. But so Otis always wore those too, but he was giving me, you know, Otis in that kind of vibe. So I clicked on this name, and I was like, oh, okay, Leon Bridges, I'm going to definitely check out his music. So I said, okay. So when I saw Coming Home and I played it, I said, wait a minute, I heard this before. I was like, who? I heard this. I was like, okay, I remember hearing this, but I just couldn't remember where. So then I said to myself, I said, self, I think you might have found the mesh, sorry, I've been drinking, the mesh of your two favorite singers. And I said, wow. So then, I knew after this, it was over. It was over for me. It was over. right then and there, after I heard that, I was like, I found my favorite singer. I found my favorite singer. I found my favorite singer. So, as soon as I went, and I told my mother, I was like, Mom, you gotta hear this new guy. You gotta hear this new guy. I was like, he gives you Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, Curtis Mayfield. He gives you all these rap in one, but he has his own style to it, and he has his own swag to it. So my mom was like, well, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And I said, his name is Leon Bridges. Y'all, as soon as I got off the phone with my mother and told her, and if y'all can see this, if hopefully y'all can get a good glare on it, I went on iTunes and brought every last song of his. I absolutely did. Because I became an instant fan. I went and I played them every day now. I played them every day. But because, and then when you see the cover, you can clearly see that he is really influenced by 60s soul music. So I was like, now look, now he's giving me Sam Cooke and he's giving me Otis Redding. I was like, he has to have like live performances on these guys and doing covers on them. So I said, okay, you know, I'm gonna find his live performances. First, I'm gonna find his interviews to see where he came from, which he's from Fort Worth, Texas, and I want to see his background because in the beginning he really was more into hip-hop music. Like, he really liked hip-hop and all that, but then he wrote Lisa Sawyer, and when his friends and somebody heard it, they said, are you a fan of Otis Redding or Sam Cooke? And he was like, no, because he was really into R. Kelly and Genuine and all that. So when they heard it, they said, you have that kind of sound. So he said, you know what? He went back and started to do his research. And he started doing his research, and he started getting Sam Cooke, and he started getting Otis Redding, and he started getting a lot and started listening to him. So I knew that from that, I said, this guy has to have some covers and live performances of Otis or Sam Cooke. Y'all, he actually did my favorite song from Sam Cooke, Nothing Can Change This Love I Have. Now, he did not do it exactly like Sam, but he had his own style to it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I said, yo, this guy is it. I hate when, you know, Billboard magazine tries to give these other people the new King of Soul. In my opinion, I know it's a big title for him right now, but to me, he is the new. He is the new person that's bringing that real soul back. So when he did that and I saw he did Chain Gang, I said, this guy is it. This guy is absolutely it. And when he was playing Nothing in This Love Can Change, when he was playing his guitar, just because his voice wasn't, but I felt like playing his guitar gave you that Otis kind of emotion and Otis feeling. And I said, this guy is it. I actually rock with this guy. Like, screw it. I love this guy's music. I love his artistry. I love what he's doing. I love that he's bringing that real soul back, and he's not afraid to say, look, I like Sam Cooke. I like Otis Redding. You don't got to always say, oh, I love R. Kelly and figuring you're talking about, you know, oh my God, that's so old. Go back. And he did his research. So then, at that point, I felt like nobody was messing with Leon Bridges. Then he came out with River, the song that I played in the beginning. And River is absolutely a beautiful song. Beautiful record. I love the song. I think it's amazing. That song gives me I'll Come Running Back to You with the little I'm Just a Lucky So-and-so and you. Those songs all mixed together. It like just gives you that whoever did the production of that knocked it out of the park. It is awesome. Like, it takes you somewhere, and that's what I like what music does. So I knew then that he was doing a promo tour, and I knew that now, him becoming my favorite artist, I had to find more about him. I had to see when his album was coming out, when, you know, what he was doing, reading magazine articles about him, reading his interviews, listening to his interviews. So his album Coming Home is coming out on the 23rd of June. I recommend it. Please, y'all, go get that. So when I realized this album was coming out in June, I knew, wait a minute, he gotta be on this promo tour. So I was like, let me go and see what so I saw that he's performing in New York on the day his album comes out. I tried to go get tickets, completely sold out. Completely sold out. So hopefully, Leon, if you see this video, hopefully you can hook a brother up with some tickets, because I would love to see you live. You follow me on Twitter, and me and you had a conversation back and forth, because I'm promoting you. I'm going to promote you so everybody sees you, everybody knows you. My age group, people that I follow, I want them to get into you, because you are that guy. And hopefully if you see this video, maybe you can hook a brother up with like a couple of tickets to come see your show. That would be amazing. But hey, if you can't do it, it don't matter. I'm gonna still be promoting the hell out of you. So like I said, I hope you get to see this video to show, you know, the love that I have for your music, and the love that I have for you showing my favorite artists like Sam Cooke and Otis Redding that we do have guys these days that really are influenced by these guys. Because now when we hear all these like R&B guys like Trey Songz or Chris Brown, we hear that these guys are influenced by, you know, R. Kelly and Michael, and nobody seems to go further. And you're an artist that really went further, and you really put Sam Cooke and Otis Redding out there. I love the performances that I've been seeing that you've been doing. I'm loving Twisting and Grooving. You did a performance on that, and you dedicated that to your grandparents. I actually love that record. I see you did Brown Skin Girl. Love that joint too. I'm loving it. I am so waiting for the album to come out, and I wanted to do a video on Leon Bridges, because I feel like my music, my soul music, it's not dying, but a lot of people are not searching for it, because a lot of people are it's like they trying to push our genre away, but we got too many people that love this type of music. Everything was built on soul music. Everything, absolutely everything. So I feel as though that let's go out and try to find these soul artists so we can get the same respect that pop music is getting, that this dance and EDM is getting. Even hip-hop is getting a little bit more respect than soul music. And I feel like that's horrible, because I feel like in the 90s, it was, even basically from the beginning of the 2000s on back, soul music and R&B was kind of at the same level. It seemed like soul music has took a decrease, and nobody really cares about it no more. And I feel like Leon Bridges, you keep doing your thing, brother. I am rooting for you. I'm going to buy 4 and 5 copies of your album, because when I'm a fan, I am a fan. So I hope you do so well, and I hope, you know, you keep making this music, this real soul music that we've been missing for a while. I know if Raphael Sadi hears this, I know if R. Kelly listens to this, they will be proud of you. And I want you to keep doing your thing, brother. Like I said, keep doing your thing, and I do not want you to stop making this type of music, because I know I'm enjoying it, and I know you're having a lot of people enjoying it, because clearly if you can sell out in New York, you are somebody. So keep doing your thing, brother, and I'm going to end it on his current single, The River, and I'm just going to, you know, let the end ride, and I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace, y'all.
Let me know, take me to your river, I wanna know.
Peace out, y'all. I'm out.